Karl Anthony Towns looks very timid on defense, and meanwhile, New York Knicks backup center Ariel Huckporti appears to be breaking out, and all of this has Knicks fans fired up, and we're going to break it down. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into the video, because the New York Knicks, look, I put out a video where people were very upset, thinking I was saying Karl Anthony Towns and the Knicks, they lost that trade. I am not saying that. But what I am saying is I'm not loving the way Karl Anthony Towns has started his New York Knicks career by any means, as Towns has now found a way to be very, very timid in games, to where the New York Knicks literally looked better when backup center, the 58th overall pick, the last pick in the draft, a rookie, Ariel Huckporti, looked like he had the Knicks in a way better position to win a basketball game against the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight, and that's definitely cause for concern to some degree. Now, guys, also real quick, make sure to subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a ton over here at Knicks Digest. But, guys, look, here's the deal. The Knicks went out there, and once again, we have seen the team just absolutely struggle to stop three-pointers from good shooters like Darius Garland or Donovan Mitchell or... well, I guess Dean Wade shot pretty horribly, but his defense was great. He made up for it. And meanwhile, the New York Knicks, look, it's not that the game was bad. I mean, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, they did their thing. Jalen Brunson got some really good defense played on him by Dean Wade and also just had a bad game, and Brunson's allowed to have poor shooting nights. But why is Karl Anthony Towns taking the least amount of shots for the Knicks in a full game? I understand that Evan Mobley was guarding him and that Mobley's a phenomenal defender and that Jarrett Allen's also a great defender, and that means the Knicks, a team good enough to kind of rotate and use scoring by committee based off what matchups work. Like, I understand all that and that it's a pretty solid idea. But at the same time, first of all, why are you going 8 players deep in a regular season game? That means literally nothing. Why are you having your players, specifically Mikal Bridges, play 40 minutes in a single game already? That's very fast. But also the big deal is here, guys, Karl Anthony Towns looks timid. He's not shooting the ball, and when he's getting the ball in post-up situations, he looks good. He's hitting his shots. He's hitting a fadeaway post hook. I wish that he'd bang it inside a little bit more and try to get some more bully ball baskets, but also you can't really complain if the man's going out there and he's deciding to take post hooks that are constantly going in. I think that's perfectly fine, and I'm not really concerned by that. What I'm concerned by is the fact that the New York Knicks went out there, they didn't work to get Karl Anthony Towns in his spots, and Towns he brought nothing to the defensive end of this game. He was just getting beat by literally everyone. He got Euro-stepped by Jarrett Allen. He just let an end one effectively happen in the fourth quarter. Like, the defense by Karl Anthony Towns is pretty bad. It's pretty bad, guys. Let's be real. His defense has not been great. And though OG can make up for it at points playing help defense, when you got a team, when you're playing against a team like the Boston Celtics or someone where OG can't just be waiting to help out in the paint, you got some problems. Who fixes that? None other than Ariel Huckporti, who looked absolutely phenomenal tonight. Now, yes, he didn't score. The one shot he took was a very nice post hook that went in and out. He only had 2 rebounds, but he did get a block. His plus-minus was pretty good, aka it was positive, unlike no one else on the team. Brunson's wasn't positive or negative, but he had a positive plus-minus. The man also had one of the coolest dunks I've seen in a while, though somehow this was an offensive foul, given the reffing was bad tonight. And I don't like to blame the refs, but I mean, Huckporti throws that down, and somehow that's not a basket or whatever. But Karl Anthony Towns, dude, why is Huckporti in for you? You're supposed to be the second best player on this team. You're supposed to be this team's second option. You're putting up 8 shots in a game and getting subbed out for Ariel Huckporti. And I know the answer is, because he was in foul trouble. Dude, don't get into foul trouble. Why is this a problem with Towns every year? And now we have to, I don't want to say we have to deal with it because I like Towns and I think that he's going to have a very good Knicks career. But to start this season, Karl Anthony Towns has been a bit underwhelming. I mean, guys, there's no other way to put it. The man had 12 points tonight. 13 points tonight. On the season, he's putting up 16.5 points. He's now putting up 15 points per game. That's Karl Anthony Towns. I get his 3 games, but damn. That's not what you want to see out of Karl Anthony Towns. It's not what you want to see out of all the New York Knicks. But Ariel Huckporti, again, he looked good. And Ian Begley mentioned back a while ago that Tibbs, he took a quote from Tibbs after the first preseason game where Tibbs said, I thought Ariel Huckporti was terrific for the first game and that he played last night. His energy and his anchoring the defense was very good. We saw the same thing tonight when we're not seeing any defense out of Towns. And then the Knicks also aren't shooting threes. That's one of Towns' things. But the Knicks are not working the ball. They're not making Towns' life easier, which they should do. If you set Towns up to score, the man's going to go for 40 points. He has that ability. Just let him. Why is he getting so many post-ups and he's never getting the ball? Like, I know it sounds like I'm blaming Towns a lot, but it's also not fully his fault that no one's giving him the ball. The Knicks are not letting Towns get to his spots. The only guy who's consistently looking to give Towns entry passes is Mikal Bridges. I don't know why Brunson doesn't go to it more than moves off the ball. He's a great catch-and-shoot shooter. It would make a ton of sense if you ask me. And as Fred Katz mentioned, one thing he promises will be a massive point of emphasis for Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks are that they are yet to take more than 30 threes in a game. They keep getting outshot just on volume alone, and the math is not going to work in your favor enough like that. And the Knicks, over the last 2 seasons, they've shot the most threes in the corner out of any team in the NBA. Now they're not shooting threes as much, despite the fact that the team got better at shooting threes by having this 5-out system. Look, I understand when they get Mitchell Robinson back, they'll get open threes due to the point of Mitchell Robinson being the best offensive rebounder in basketball, and that'll lead to open threes. And that'll be great, and I can't wait to watch that happen. But you got a 5-out system. You're telling me you can't create open threes when you got a phenomenal creator in Jalen Brunson, and that you have a great post-talented Karl Anthony Towns. You guys can't work switches. In a 5-out, teams are going to be willing to switch more. You work switches, and you get the ball to the big guy in Karl Anthony Towns, and good things are going to happen for your team. He's going to be able to produce. The Knicks just have to give him chances to produce, which is really the problem. And until that's going to happen, because of the defense he brings, Ariel Huckporti, I'm not going to say he looked better because he didn't, but he looked real good tonight. And there's things that he's better than Karl Anthony Towns at. Specifically, defense. Towns is allowed to be a poor defender. He's allowed to. But I want to see Towns and Huckporti on the court at the same time because you're still going to have a bunch of shooting out there with Towns alone, and especially if Mikal and OG or Deuce, if those guys are out there, or Jalen Brunson, obviously, or Josh Hart, whose shooting looks good, or Pacome Dadier, if they're going to keep giving him minutes over Jericho Sims at this point, which they absolutely should be, because Jericho looks lost out there. I feel like what you do if you're the Knicks is you try the Huckporti, Karl Anthony Towns front court. You throw Mikal in there, you throw Hart in there, you throw OG in there. It doesn't matter. You throw someone in there, preferably someone who's going to shoot really well, so Mikal or OG, and you see what happens. Like, clearly, we're going to have to know about this when Mitchell Robinson comes back. Let's get a good idea of it by having a player who, obviously, Huckporti's not Mitchell Robinson. They're different players. Mitch is better, but at the same time, it gives you a bit of a different look of, all right, Huckporti's not really going to shoot threes. Like, the Knicks don't want him shooting threes, and though he actually does have the ability to hit them at a somewhat all-right rate, they're not going to do it. We have to see what this unit looks like so we understand what the New York Knicks look like. I'm not worried about the Knicks, and I'm certainly not worried about Karl Anthony Towns. I'm worried about the New York Knicks' ability to help Karl Anthony Towns get into his spots more than anything. And yeah, you can pin a little bit of that on Towns, but it's also on the team in general. And frankly, I think the New York Knicks are going to be just fine. Look, the Cavs are good. They scream regular season good, and that's great for them. I don't care that the Knicks lost this game that much. Obviously, I'm upset, but like, it's because I'm a Knicks fan. It has nothing to do with the long-term outcome of this season. I just want to see Karl Anthony Towns be more aggressive, and I want to see Ariel Huckporti continue to play basketball because I'm in the Huckporti hive. I'm a Porty person under the Pacome Dome in the Pacome zone, dude. I love these Knicks rookies, and that's a huge sign for this team going forwards, especially when you're a team that needs instant production with all role players and everyone on the team. Huckporti's shown that he's NBA ready today. I am looking forward to seeing Kevin McClure Jr. eventually get his chance also because he's a guy who's NBA ready. So it'll be interesting to see once he's finally healthy. Guys, let me know what you think down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Knicks.